Yes, yes, yes. UNA. Yeah. Paradise. This is yours truly. Diva. Diva Lyri in the house representing with the UNA University and UNA Republic. Halo. 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 Yeah. Welcome, 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 and welcome. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. Halo. Yeah, y'all surely Divaa Lyri representing what are we talking about today. We're going into fall 2023. Fall 2023, it is here or right around the corner. So, October 16th, 2023, we kicking it off right here with the UNA University. I want to see you in class. All right, I'm yours truly, Divaa Lyri, representing. I want to say welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Today, we're going into fall season 2023 and what you can expect from fall season 2023. I'm going to go over all of the classes that we have set up for you this season. And we're going to go through the membership package and we're going to answer some questions you might have concerning trust, concerning law, concerning tickets, concerning contracts, concerning whatever you want to talk about. We want to get into it today. I want to say thank you. I want you to like, share, and subscribe. All right. I want you to follow, share, and join, and like, and love, and all that wonderful stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, Divaa Lyri, coming to you with the UNA University right here today. Let's get into it. What are we talking about for fall season 2023? We have three wonderful classes for you this season. Back to basics. All right, back to basics. We've got Stewardship, which is one of our new classes, and we've got Nation Formation. All right, Nation, now let's get information. Thank you. It's outlaw. It's the outlaw ishy. It is. I don't. It's these TikTok names. I'm still learning how to say them, but I want y'all to know I love you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for liking the live. All right, so let's get into this thing now. What is back to basics? All right, back to basics is where we're dealing with everything concerning putting yourself under trust or you becoming the sovereign or you standing like the nation that you are. All right, so some people you'll hear the term creditor, you'll hear the term sovereign. All right, do not use the term sovereign citizen. Do not let anybody call you that. That is an oxymoron. And it is also a title, all right, that you don't want to be taken on because somebody's trying to call you a terrorist. We are not terrorists. We are simply taking control of our all capital letter corporation and coming back into knowledge of self. In this back to basics, what you're learning in back to basics is how to stand. All right. You're learning what is really going on in this dimension or in this so called matrix. Okay. You're learning, you're regaining knowledge of self. That's what this is all about. So, in this class, uh, one of our main things we deal with is trust. All right. You're going to learn about the trust, what it is, how to use it, why you're using it, where it came from, all of the backstory about this. That's very important because once you learn those things, this is when you learn to stand. This is when you grow. All right. So we've got uh, right now, we've got back to basics. In that, we're going to go into the trust. As I said, we're going to go into some of the other things you might have heard of, which includes the authentication of your birth certificate. It includes the SF 181 form. We're going to go into the passport. We're going to go into the EIN number and how to take over your estate from IRS.gov and putting them on notice. We're going over those things. But by far, the most important, And the most powerful is the trust, all right? So trust me when I tell you how powerful that trust is. You want to get it. All right. So now that's back to basics. We have also stewardship. Stewardship. What is that talking about? You ever heard people say you're a good steward of your money? Or I am a good steward of my flock? All right. Stewardship is dealing with that spiritual side of what's going on and then how it's entangled with this physical side and then learning how to use it so that when you have the fortune that comes to you, you know how to keep it. All right. So you got to understand you are coming into fortune. You are coming into fortune. Now, are you going to be a good steward of that fortune? Or are you going to lose it again because you don't have the knowledge of the spiritual side nor the legal side? Well, that's what stewardship is. You're not going to lose it because we're going to learn, first of all, what it is, where it came from, why we're getting it, and then how to keep it once we regain it. All right. That's what stewardship is about. We're going into it again, that spiritual side coupled with this physical side and understanding how to put all that together on the legal side so that you can hold on to the assets and the wealth and the fortune that is coming to you. All right. Our next class, nation formation. All right, nation. Now let's get information. All right. What are we talking about? Nation formation. In this class, we're going to be going into everything that you need to set up so that you can start receiving what you need. So we get a lot of people who will come in and they'll say, hey, we want the money. I authenticated my birth certificate. Now I want to go get me some money. Where's the money at? You're not even set up to receive the money. Do you have your EIN? You have your bank? Do you have your trust set up for your organization? Do you have your Treasury Direct account? Do you understand how to write contracts? You're not set up. That's what nation formation is, showing you how to set up your nation. Do you have your logo? What makes a nation? Let's get into that real quick. A nation, all right? They have a flag, a seal, a constitution, a landmass, and a bank. Thank you, yay. I I hope y'all taking notes. This is gonna be on the test. I told y'all, you sit down with me, have pen and some paper. Let's take notes. What does it take to have a nation, a flag, a seal, a constitution, a landmass, and a bank? Now, I need y'all to understand because some of y'all, when y'all see the word state, you thinking state just means state of Texas, state of Georgia, state of Florida. No, you are a state. You are a state. And I need y'all to understand that every state that you know of in North America is its own country. Texas is its own country, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, I hope it's Louisiana, California, uh, all these 13 states, they're all countries. What makes them a country? So go and take note. When I say a country, I mean a nation. They are all their own nation. They are republic. And I'm not talking about a Republic Party versus Democratic Party. The Republicans don't like black people, and the Democrats, they don't like poor people. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about where your God-given rights are reserved. All right? Where your God-given rights are reserved. So, when we're talking about how all of these states are their own country, all right, all of these states are their own country. They have a flag, they have a seal, they have a constitution, they have a landmass, and they have a bank. That makes them their own nation. You have the ability to have all of those things for yourself. How many people does it take to create a nation, Diva? You. That's it. How many spiritual entities do you have inside of you? So many you can't count. You are a nation all by yourself. So what we do is show you how to format or create or set up or establish your nation. We'll have you form it. All right. And so now what happens is you get a flag, a seal, a constitution. You already got a landmass. This is it right here. You're made up of every element of this planet. You are the landmass. Your bank. Your bank right here. You know how to take this pen and sign? You've been banking the whole time. You just didn't know who you were. Now that you're learning who you are, let's create the nation. All right? All right, nation. Now let's get in formation. All right? So, those are 3 classes we have for fall 2023. Back to basics. Stewardship, nation formation. I want to see you in class. If you want a free consultation so that you can join the UNA University, I want you to find the link in the bio. Find the link in the bio. You can also go to unauniversity.com, unauniversity.com, and you can request a consultation. We would love to have a consultation with you so that we can get you enrolled. Do you all have any questions for me? I want y'all to like and share. All right. I want you to like and share and also follow. Uh, Subscribe, my peoples. Subscribe. Okay. So let's see what else we got. That is the truth about state. Thank you, yeah. Thank you so much. Lady Dark, welcome. Thank you for liking. Cairo, thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. We've got a lot coming up this season, and I mean a lot. I want you all to, if you have any questions, send a message, leave a message in the bio. And Yaya has a gift to bash. Yaya, thank you so much for the love. Gary, thank you for joining. Edward, Rudolph, Robert, Mika, Influence. Let's see who else we got down here. Did I say Gary? And I got a lot of people coming in here. Thank y'all so much for the love. And I want to know if y'all have any questions about law. Now, I need to get into the membership package, all right, so that you all will be aware of it. We do have our membership package, and we encourage you all, if you want to be a part of that, send a message because we are getting ready to. Here is I'm pulling out my membership package so that everybody can see. All right, so we have sealed documents, all right? And I want to go over what the membership package is and why it is so important. What is the membership package and why it's so important? And now I want y'all to know when you become a member of UNA, this is not you standing under UNA. Once again, you are a nation. UNA is a nation of nations, all right? And so you're not coming with us so that you can be standing under us. The goal is that we stand united. United Nations, you, me, all of our other team, and our other members, we are United Nations, meaning we have knowledge of the law. Knowledge of the law. All right. I want to show y'all something real quick. Let me show you this so that you can be aware of what this is. All right, here you go. We have a trust. This includes your declaration, security agreement, and UCC. This is the trust. Remember the trust I told you about it, back to basics. All right. So this is the trust. Now, with it is a membership badge. With this badge, this gives you, this shows you actually when you scan this code that you're a member of UNA. Now, what's so important about this, again, I've had a lot of people especially during the time when they were trying to force people into getting the jab and all of that. All they did, they needed to just show this document, this membership badge, and their job had to back off. So all of this, where they were threatening you to fire you and what have you because you don't take the jab and you don't do this stopped all of that. All right. That also comes with the allodial ID on the back. There's an ID, a QR code. Well, when you scan that QR code, it's going to allow you to download your documents quickly and easily in the event that you don't have them. So, again, the membership package, it comes with the trust. It comes with the membership badge and also the allodial ID. And once again, when you have this allodial ID, on the back, there's this QR code. You scan that. It allows you to download your documents because this is our public record. This is the UNA public record right here. All right, where you can get your documents. So, UNA membership package. If you're wanting this, find the link in the bio. Find or membership package or trust package. You'll find it in the bio, in the link under trust package or membership package. Now, it's important to us, this is why we have the university, that when you're getting this membership package, you have to have knowledge of it and how to use it. All right. This is a very, very, very powerful tool. And I mean very powerful. When I tell you of all those other things you've heard people talking about, we talking about the you've heard people talking about the passport. You heard people talking about the what is that? The birth certificate and all that. I'm just letting you know there's nothing more powerful than this. All right. Now, just getting into those just a little bit. Most of you all by now know, a lot of us are coming into knowledge of this, that this so-called government is not a government. All right. You're coming into knowledge of that. You're coming into knowledge of how we have been we've been lied to about some things that are going on. When it comes to the estate and paying for things, people have been double dipping and using us. I would say, I don't want to say as slaves, but bottom line is that there's been some manipulation of funds in ways that we should have known about. All right. But now we're coming back into knowledge of that. And this trust is part of the way that we're starting to take over. Now, I want y'all to understand something. Um, when you are dealing in this, when you're trying to go after your freedom, because you got to understand, people who find me, people who come to me and people who find me, they're searching for knowledge. All right. If you're searching for knowledge, you've got to understand that the vast majority of the people do not know this information. And you've got to understand that it has been hidden from you. It has been hidden from you for a reason. You got to understand that. Why has it been hidden from you? For the simple fact that there's somebody using your ignorance to their advantage. All right. So now, if you think you're going to just go and ask, somebody in the quote unquote government or somebody who's answering the phone, they're not going to have any clue about this. And any information they do have, they're going to say, oh, it's fraudulent or it's scandalous or something derogatory about it because they want you to stop searching for your freedom. They don't want you to know this information. So please understand, and I've had people to come in and listen, I'm gonna say this. Everybody is not ready to be a sovereign. Okay, let's talk about these titles. Sovereign, uh, secured party, creditor. Okay, and you'll hear people say secured party, creditor. Uh, don't use those terms together. All right, you're the secured party, you're a creditor. All right. So you got to understand when you're coming into this and we're talking about our sovereignty, what are we we're talking about being able to stand. We're talking about being able to stand as someone who has knowledge of self. Now, the term sovereignty is very much a spiritual term, and it means it has a high value. What do I mean? When we're talking about sovereignty, we're talking about God's, and you're saying that you have mastery of self. Now, when I say that everybody's not ready to be a sovereign, I mean, when you are a sovereign, you are an adult. You have mastery of yourself, meaning you know how to behave. You don't need somebody to govern you. Now, let's go into what government means. Government. Govern means to control. Ment means mind. Govern means to control. Ment, M-E-N-T, means mind. Government means control of the mind. And let's understand, because we had lost our mind, we forgot who we were. We were acting like children. We were walking in our lower selves, doing things and putting out energies to other people and not recognizing how that energy must come back. We were walking in a lower vibratory frequency. We were not in our right minds. We were not sovereign. So somebody had to step in to govern the mind. Hence, this government. That's where it came from. I need y'all to understand. See, this is why we go into the spiritual side, because this is not your first time here. As a spiritual entity, you've been here and then you always will be. Now, there are lessons that we have to learn. And as we are walking through this, we're starting to recognize who we are, and we're starting to control the energies that we put out. We're starting to learn law again. And as you learn law, this is when you become the sovereign master of self, where you don't need a government to master you. Now, I want to go back to this because I said some people are not ready to be sovereign, and I really do mean this. Because everybody wants, oh, you know, the government, they did us wrong. They double dipping and they doing this and they causing us to do that and they treating us like slaves and you need to understand what you did to get to this point. Pay attention. All right. Once again, now see, this is why in the UNA University we have a required history course, because you've got to know the history. Everybody in this audience watching me right now, you can finish this sentence. If you don't know your history, finish it. If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And I say to you that we are repeating a history because we are clueless about what really happened. But I won't go into that today. I just want to get into sovereignty and let us understand that we put out some energies to cause where we are. Now, when I say some people are not ready to be sovereign, mastery of self means I am aware of the energies that I put out, and when something comes back, I recognize that it is because I put it out. For example, I've had people all the time, people down here be stealing. People over here be stealing. People over here be robbing. Oh, I got my house robbed. Just be stealing when you be stealing. This is what I mean when I say mastery of self. Everybody wants to feel like things are happenstance. And the problem is that we have to recognize that if we're getting energies, it is because we have put them out. See, I had a friend of mine the other day, and he was like, because people steal, people do steal. And then he tell me about how somebody broke into his house. And then I said, yeah, well, tell me who you stole from. He's like, well, I used to do some stuff. I know. I know, because you didn't have mastery of self. You felt that it was okay for you to do whatever it is you wanted to do and not take into consideration the fact that you're putting out an energy that must return. You did not have mastery of self. See, this is why you need a police station. This is why you need a government to help you get some benefits. See, we had wealth. All of us, we all had wealth. Now, and I want y'all to think about this because this is why we have stewardship this season. I want y'all to think about this. Just think about it. Now, you got millions of dollars. You got millions of dollars in your estate. That those millions of dollars are there to take care of you socially. That's why they call it the social security account. That's what it used to be. Now it's just the social security number, but it's still an account. They're not telling you it's an account. They're telling you it's just a number. Social, meaning the things that you need out here in the public: water bill, light bill, gas bill. Security, meaning I'm making sure that you got these funds for anything you need. Account, that's where the funds are to be held. Social security account. All right. Now, you got that account. Imagine, and I know you're thinking, I wouldn't do that, but yes, you would. We're going to talk about it right now. Imagine you get those millions of dollars coming to you. You get them right here, right now. What you going to do with them? What you going to do with them? What are you going to do with those funds? Because these are all of the funds that you're going to get. Let's just say these are all the funds you're going to get for the rest of your life. This $5 million. Boom. There you go. Here it is. This yours. $5 million. What are you going to do with it? What you going to do with it? Because you got to remember, it's got to hold you for the rest of your years. What are you going to do with it? So y'all know, if you're looking at other people, because you was like, I would put it in I would invest it. But look at, just don't even take yourself, put yourself out of it. Imagine we gave it to some of these other people out here. What would they do with the funds, these $5 million that they get? What would they do? Taylor said, make it work for me. All right. What would the other people do? Because I know, Taylor said, smoke it. The other people were smoking Taylor. All right. They would squander it. And so now, what do you have for the rest of your life? You squandered the $5 million. You didn't even invest it. You didn't put it into something. You just squandered it. And now you've got nothing left. Now you run around hitting other people over the head because you don't have anything left to do what you need to do. In comes the government, because we weren't in our right minds when we had the funds. This is why we're talking about stewardship, because you had it. You already had it. You just getting ready to regain it right now. That's all. Do you know how to be a good steward of the wealth that you're about to receive, because you just squandered it before? Now let's make sure when you get it, you know how to keep it. That's what this is all about. It's not about us being upset with these so-called government. They came into play because we forgot how to govern self. We got these millions of dollars. We don't take these millions of dollars and we're gonna put a little bit aside, or we're gonna invest it, or we're gonna make it multiply. We don't do that. No, we think we're just gonna get it and we're gonna spend it, because that's what children do. We're not going to get the funds and go, okay, our neighborhood needs the roads paved, and we need some libraries, and we're not going to do that. No, we're going to spend a library. I don't need to go to the library. I can buy my own books. I don't need to. We're not going to put money aside for that so that the library can be built. No, we're not going to do that. This is why there has to be a government, because we are not in control of our own minds. See, some of these organizations and some of the melanated people be mad at Albions, because Albions will come together, for example, and they will put something in their community. And then they'll want to hold on to their resources in their community because they're like, well, we the one who got together and built this. And then other people get upset with them. But they was in their right mind. They acted like adults. They put their money together to build this resource for their community. Meanwhile, some of us over here, well, why the government don't give us no good schools and we don't have no books and we don't have no that. Meanwhile, we can't come together because we're not in our right minds. We're acting like children. So then there has to be a government because we're not in our right minds. We're not in the mind of an adult. Understand? So when you come into your sovereignty, you not only have to be cognizant of, okay, I need to make sure my energies are right. But you got to learn how to be a good steward of the funds that you are about to come into. You're about to come into some funds. Know that. Please be able to hold on to it. So be a good steward. All right. And then understand the legal side of this thing. Recognize the contracts that are around us with the birth certificate and all these other things that we have been agreeing to. This is why we have the university, because it's not just about I'm free and I can do what I want to do. Yeah, okay, you're going to end up losing it again because you don't understand why you lost it in the first place. You don't even understand who you are as a God. Okay? We got to get to the point where we're in our right mind. And we do that. This is why we talk about sovereignty. Dula says, I've been in prison for 20 years for crimes didn't commit since 16. I am I that boat too? Am I in that boat too? If so, I want the listen, Dula. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being candid. I want you, if you're willing to do that, because I got time today. I got a little bit of time. I got time today. If you're willing to do it, Dula, and share with us, because I know you say you've been in prison for 20 years for crimes you didn't commit. I want you to understand something, Dula. If you're asking me if you're a spiritual entity, you absolutely are. You absolutely are. You got to understand, Dula, that you always were and always will be. Now, you put out some energies, Dula, at another time. You tell me and you tell us that you didn't commit those crimes. But I want you to understand something, Dula, and I don't want you to think I'm being disrespectful to you or mean or harmful, but I need you to learn these laws. I'm going to break it down to you, and I'm always going to be direct and upfront and honest because that's the only way we can go to the next level, Dula. Now, by law, if you're receiving an energy, you put an energy out to bring it because you are a God, Dula. So you can tell me, oh, I didn't do this. Dula, you're a God. And I want you to understand that when you're willing to accept the energies that you put out, not only in a past lifetime, but this one right here, whatever led up to you being in prison, you know you put out some energies. You know those energies were not just happenstance. And don't just tell me, well, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, Dula. That's not how the energy works. The universe doesn't miss. When she sends out an energy, she don't miss. And if it hits you, it is because you put it out. So if you're willing to be honest, Dula, I would love to have this conversation with you because then we can really get to the bottom of what happened 20 years ago with that issue where you ended up in prison. And again, I need y'all to understand something because somebody might be watching and they don't know who I am or may have never seen my session, but I let you know I am an oracle. Why? Because I know law. I know law, and I'm talking about universal law. This even goes beyond God's law. And if you don't have our universal beginner's law book, you can get this ebook on UNARepublic.com. It's the ebook. But in here, there are universal laws and there's the hierarchy of laws. Okay, this is our hierarchy of laws chart. And then there are universal laws. All right, now these universal laws are serious. Serious. I know they're backwards, but you got to understand when we're talking about there are no victims, that's the law of correspondence. We're talking about there are no victims. There are no victims. And I get it. You know, everybody, oh, I didn't commit this crime. I get it. That's not what the universe said. The universe, you might not have committed the crime that they caught you on, but you did some other stuff. If you're willing to be honest and candid, I would love to have this conversation with you. But if you're not, then because you can tell me what you want to tell me. You can say, oh, I'm innocent. The universe has already spoken, and I'm always going to I'm always going to believe the universe before I believe what anybody else says out of their mouth. Let me say that again. I am always going to believe what the universe says before I believe what somebody else says out of their mouth. Robert says, I was used as a target practice when I was younger. We're talking about Robert. You was used as a target practice when you were younger. I was a kid and was straight A at 16. Dula says I was a kid. Okay. All right, Dula. You didn't do any other dirt. But you also remember now. Remember, Dula, you were in a past lifetime. Remember that. You're a spiritual entity. And remember, I talked about how, as spiritual entities, all of us have some kind of spiritual baggage. That's why we end up here. The only way you end up here is if you put out some energies to bring you here, to land you here. All right? Alex says she knows our hearts. Alex, I just know the law, but I know your heart is beautiful if you're someone who's seeking knowledge of self. I know that. Uh, Royalty says, crazy question. Does our wages come from the trust account? Thank you, Royalty. Let me go into this and let's understand what's going on with your wages and where they come from. Now, you're going to hear people say, well, the social security number, it's just a social security number. It doesn't mean anything. And we don't, it's just a number so the government can understand who you are and we can, for tax purposes. All right, let's understand this. Whenever you get in a job, the first thing they asking you for is your social security number. That's I want your social security number. Otherwise, they feel they don't want to give you the job, which really they're not supposed to deny you that job just because you don't give a social. But if you don't give a social, they're not trying to give you a job. Let's understand why. That social security number is a social security account. And what happens is your job is taking that social security number and reporting that to the IRS, which is, and I'm doing this quotes because there's two. There's the IRS and then there's the Internal Revenue Service. Now there is a federal side, which is the Internal Revenue Service, supposedly, and then there's the IRS, which is the public side belonging to the United States Corporation, which belongs to Britain. Now, if y'all don't know, y'all ain't seen my session on United States of America versus United States, then I need y'all to go on YouTube at UNARepublic and find it. Go on YouTube at UNARepublic and find that session because I'm not going through it today because I got to get out of here. I got some other sessions to do. But when you go on that session and you understand that the United States Corporation is the one that is taxing your estate. So all of these businesses, they incorporate up under the United States corporation. And note, I'm saying corporation because this is a private company that's owned by Britain. So when all these businesses they incorporate under the US corporation, then what's happening is that they're reporting that your social security number to the US corporation. Now, what the US corporation does is they go and tap that estate that's tied to that social security number and your all capital letter name. They're going and they're tapping the estate, meaning they getting those funds times 2, times 3, times 10. They are getting the funds. So when your company gives you a check for $2,000 for the week, all right, you got $2,000 for the week. They're going to report this to the United States corporation with that social security number on it. Well, the $2,000, the U.S. corporation is going to send that financial instrument in to the federal government, which is that Internal Revenue Service sitting right there giving you the money. See, they're the stewards. The U.S. corporation, and we're going to get back to stewardship. Right now, they are the stewards of your funds. They are the fiduciaries, the ones responsible for making the payments. So they're going to take this social security number, the U.S. corporation, and they're going to tap that account. Normally, if they're sending a financial instrument, it's at least, so if you getting paid $2,000 and the company gave the U.S. corporation a financial instrument for $2,000, they're going to put that through to your estate. It's going to at least go for 2 times that, which would be $4,000. Now, it really is going to likely go for more than $4,000 when they send it over to the federal side to get the funds. It's really going to go for more than $4,000, but let's just pretend like it's $4,000. If they give anything back, they might see. Now, if the company who hires you is intelligent enough, they might be able to get that full $4,000 back. But the U.S. corporation, they're not trying to share. That's why they say, okay, companies, when you do your taxes, you can do a tax write-off if you got employees. If you got employees, you can do a tax write-off. Pay attention to what I'm saying. This is $4,000. They might give this company $200 of this $4,000. I'm just using these numbers as an example. They might give the company $200 of this $4,000 that they got from your estate. This is all this cash back stuff. Y'all hear about companies that say to your company, during COVID, if you had this many employees, you can receive up to such and such money back per employee. Yeah, because they got all this money over here sitting in these estates, and they were supposed to have given it back, but they did not. They're pillaging it. Okay. So it's coming from your estate. Now, sometimes your company might receive those funds back, or some of them. They might receive all of them back if they know the game. But in most cases, they don't know the game. So they're going to report to the U.S. corporation. The U.S. corporation is then going to hit the federal side to get the funds. And then they're going to hold the funds. And if this company is intelligent enough to ask for taxes back or some kind of percentage back off the taxes, they're going to get a small percentage. They won't see the whole thing, but they're going to get a small percentage. I hope y'all are understanding what I'm saying. Now, I need to go back to stewardship, and let's break the stewardship down and what that is. Now, a lot of people are angry because they're like, oh, they taxing us. They trying to, take all our money or whatever. I need y'all to understand what is happening. Because when you hear people say, oh, they made us a slave and they turned us into slave, they didn't turn you into a slave. That's not what happened. Your mother consented. She didn't know what she was doing. She wasn't in her right mind. She didn't know. Our parents didn't know. They didn't know how to go and be stewards themselves. So this is, once again, we've lost knowledge of self. Then the U.S. corporation steps in as a government. They step in as a government to control the minds of those who are not knowledgeable enough to control it and be good stewards themselves. Now, there's certain responsibilities that the United States corporation has over here. They have a responsibility. All right. But if you don't know how to make them handle their responsibilities, then they're going to go crazy like they've already done. They've gone haywire. They're just doing all kind of craziness. All right. So now you got the U.S. corporation. I told you they came into play because we didn't understand this legal game and we're still learning it. All right, we didn't understand what was really going on. So what they come in to do, instead of being so upset, they took this account, like they tricked my mama into creating an account. Well, if your mama didn't create an account, you wouldn't be able to borrow a car. You wouldn't be able to, or excuse me, borrow money to get a car. You wouldn't be able to have gas, water, lights. You wouldn't be able to do all kind of things that you need in order to be able to do business with these people, because they can't do business with you as a living being. They can only deal with dead entities. Pay attention. They weren't ever trading you on the stock market. They were trading the corporation that your mother consented for them to create. What am I talking about? Those of y'all who understand the term straw man, you understand that there's an all capital letter version of the name that your mother gave you. There's the upper and lowercase name given to you by your mother, and then there's the all capital letter name that was created when she signed the birth certificate and all of the other documents that she signed when she was in the hospital. All right. So now you've got the all capital letter corporation. You've got the upper and lowercase corporation. You the upper and lowercase corporation. You living. They can't do business with this. They can't even see this. This ain't even in the matrix. Thank you, Mark. This is not in the matrix, but this all capital letter is. And this is the only thing they can see and deal with and do business with. So without this, you can't go out here and buy things because they can't see. They can't see you over here. And this is a good thing as well. It's a good thing that you're separated. But you got to recognize between the two. This is what Back to Basics is about. Recognizing the difference between these two, this upper and lowercase and this all capital letter name. So with the all capital letter name, what they have done is created an estate that is denoted by the all capital letter name and the social security number. That is an estate. They have been stewards of your funds and your inheritance. Now, instead of being upset, because again, all things have duality, understand what they did. Now, they got close to $1 million, according to what the research is showing. It's about $1 million put into this Social Security estate when you were born. And then what the U.S. corporation did was they took these funds and then they multiplied it. They put it in, they invested it in a stock market. The corporation, your all capital letter corporation, the funds were invested into the stock market. And what they did was multiplied it to over the lifespan, or over your lifespan up until 25 years. And so now you've developed millions and millions of dollars in this estate here that was created by your mother. They weren't trading you, they were trading the estate. Now, when your mother created it, she just had almost $1 million. Then these people, United States Corporation, took that $1 million and then they started multiplying it. We should be saying thank you because we didn't know how to do that. Did you know how to do that? Do you know how to do that now? Does anybody know how to do that? If you do, we need to talk. We need to have a conversation. Do you know how to take these funds and invest it over the lifespan of somebody and multiply it to millions of dollars? If you don't, then you say thank you. Because now we have come into knowledge of self. We are now sovereign. Thank you for multiplying that millions of dollars over that 25 years. Now I'm going to take it over. Thank you. This is when we learn how to just show gratitude. Show gratitude for, everything everything has duality. So thank you for having my mother to sign this birth certificate. Thank you for taking those funds and investing them. Thank you for putting them into an account and multiplying them. Now I'm going to take that over. Thank you, because I didn't know how to do that just a couple years ago. Now, once you learn how to invest or to take over your estate, all right, then once we get it, we want to be good stewards. Because, see, I need y'all to understand something. United States Corporation and Britain and all of the treacherous things, they've been disrespectful. They have been disrespectful. Yes, they have. But at the same time, let us remember that we're in this place for a reason. These are energies that are being returned. And doula, yes, that means you, because I'm ready to get back on your information. I just want to take some time to answer this question from royalty. All right. But the bottom line is, yes, all of those funds are coming from your estate. Yes, your mother was tricked and she didn't know what it was. But at the same time, please remember that all things have duality. Yes, the United States Corporation has been disrespectful in their treatment of the people as far as keeping knowledge from them. But at the same time, let's understand that all of us are not in our right sovereign mind at this time. Some of us are still operating as children. And if we don't know how to be good sovereigns or good stewards of our funds and our wealth, then we're going to still be acting like children and we're going to lose it again. All right. Let me get back to the university makes mistakes. It has for growth, doesn't it? It has to for growth, doesn't it? The universe makes mistakes. Taylor, no. I'm going to tell you right now. See, that's somebody talking who doesn't know law. When you know these universal laws, you know full well. When you know how to use them and pay close attention to them, the universe doesn't make any mistakes. She does not make any mistakes. That's why we talk about Akashic records. Y'all look up the term Akashic records. What we're talking about is that all of us spiritual entities have a record of whatever energies that we put out. The universe knows who you are. You forgot who you are, but the universe did not. The universe knows exactly who you are and exactly what energies you put out. And when it's time for those energies to return, they coming back. She's not going to miss. So some of y'all have done things in the dark. Y'all know that saying, what's done in the dark must come to the light. That's real. See, some of y'all do dirt in the dark and y'all think nobody sees you. You go out and steal something, and then when somebody hits you back with it, it's like, oh, they stole from me. These people are evil in this world. We can't keep nothing. You can't let nobody else keep their stuff, so you don't get to keep yours. But you want to blame everybody else. No, Taylor, no. The universe does not make mistakes. She don't miss. If you got hit with something, I know who you are, because she is telling everybody. See, most people don't know because they don't know law, but Diva knows. Diva knows law. And so if you get hit by something, yeah, it's because you put it out. She doesn't make any mistakes. Peter Walker, yes, the United States Corporation, they are trustees over your estate. When you become sovereign, then you can fire them. All right. They're only walking as trustees because we don't know who we are yet. We don't know the game and the laws. We're not standing as adults at this time. But once you start standing as an adult, You take over your estate and they got to back off. Thank you, Curtis. Mark Willis, thank you for the love. I appreciate you. D Spirit, thank you for sharing the live. David, thank you for following. I want y'all to follow, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Candy, welcome. Thank you for sharing the video. Queen, Royalty, thank you for the love. Tion Horton, thank you for sharing the live. Queen, thank you for sharing. Paris, follow. Thank you for following. Lady says, no, I wish. What you wish, lady? Royalty Queen King says, thanks. Thank you, Royalty. J King says, I want to join. Yes, if you want to become a member of the United Nations from America, I want you to find the link in the bio and look for the trust package. All right, it should be at the top. The trust package. So you're going to get the trust documents that come with it. They're sealed. You get a membership badge. This membership badge, when you scan it, it's going to show that you're a standing member of UNA. You get the allodial ID. All right. With this ID, there's a QR code that allows you, the documents are put on record, UNA's public record. All right. Anytime you need, if you need to go and find or download or print these documents, you will be able to get them on our site. All right, Butterfingers. All right, does anybody else have any questions? Let me see what else I got. So if you want to become a member, find the link in the bio. We want you to set up a consultation or simply leave a phone number in the message. Send us a message in the inbox. Leave your phone number and your name, and we're going to give you a call for a free consultation for membership. Taylor says, touche. All right, Taylor. Thank you, Aaron or Erwin. Royalty King, sending all that love. Jennifer, follow. Thank you. Bessie, thank you for sharing the live. Where can I get that book? Go to UNARepublic.com and you can find the book there. They are on back order. Royalty King says, oh, okay. I must get back on the right track. Curtis, yes. You must get, we all got to get back on the right track. We are growing in this thing. And like I said, we're just got to understand these universal laws because we've been made to think that things are happenstance. And y'all know this saying, once again, everybody can finish this saying. All right? Ignorance of the law. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And what they're talking about are these laws right here, these universal laws that I'm talking about in this book. Ignorance of these laws are no excuse. When you're ignorant about the fact that there are no victims, when you're ignorant about the fact of duality, when you're ignorant about the fact of the law of correspondence, meaning whatever you put out must come back. When you're ignorant of that, it's no excuse. You're not going to use, well, I didn't know that if I stole something, it was going to come back. See, these laws have been hidden from us. These laws have been hidden from us purposely because as long as we keep doing things and not recognizing that we are our own problem, then we're going to stay low in a lower vibratory frequency. But the minute you learn these laws, the minute you start understanding that you are really controlling everything that's coming into your dimension, the minute you start understanding that you are a God, nobody can make you a slave. The minute you start understanding that you're a God, nobody can make you a slave. That's why those laws are hidden from you. The universe does not miss when she sends you an energy. She's constantly talking. The universe is constantly talking to us. But because somebody has told us that things are happenstance and stuff just happening, we don't know these laws, well, we keep hitting ourselves in the face. Well, we're going to stop doing that. All right. We're gonna start walking like the gods that we are and recognizing these laws so that we can create our heaven right here on earth. All right. I want y'all to know I love you. I thank y'all for listening. Y'all are so beautiful. Y'all are so beautiful. Once again, find the link in the bio. All right. So you can get that and get that book, the ebook. All right. So you can grab this ebook. Also, if you want to become a member and get your trust, find the link in the bio. All right. So we can go ahead and get you a membership and you can start learning to walk like the God that you are. I want y'all to know I love you. Divaa Lyri, I am out. Peace. Bye-bye. Bye, y'all. We're going to see y'all soon. Class starts for the UNA University on October the 16th. I'm out. Peace. Bye-bye. Thank you, Curtis. Yes, 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 yes. UNA. This is my song.